going to show you guys how to make a cap and diploma for a graduation gift. All right, I know graduation's here, graduation's coming, they're always coming, and this is a pretty neat way of being able to give somebody some cash towards helping them out in whatever you can give. So this is kind of cool too, because sometimes people aren't able to give hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So if you can give somebody $21 or $22, we use 22 this year only because our graduate was 2021, but we just used $21, but you really can't do this with $21. So we did cap and diploma for $22. All right, but next year is 2022, so if you got a graduate next year, you can hit them up with $22 for 2022. You could change this to some using $20 bills. You could use hundreds, 50s, whatever you want to use. You could use Monopoly money, right? If you really wanted to, it'd be a little smaller, but hey, it is what it is. So do what you can do, bless somebody, and I'm sure that they're going to appreciate whatever you are able to bless them with, right? So let's get into it. So the two of the dollar bills are going to be used. If you can get crisp ones, that's pretty good. Ones that haven't been creased, it's a little easier. These have obviously been creased before, and they're going to be a little more difficult. But you got to use what you got to use, all right? So two of these dollar bills are going to make up the cap. One is going to make up the diploma, and the diploma will be at the end, so we'll cover that down the road. All right. Okay, so we're going to be utilizing the $20 bill and the $1 bill to actually make the cap. And first part we're going to do is we are going to utilize the $20 bill to make the top of the cap, and we'll see how this works out, okay? Because this is semi-crisp. It doesn't have a lot of creases, which is good, and so it should work out pretty decent. All right. I like to end up with the face up on the top of the cap, so that it ends up looking somewhat like this, okay? And so when we're working with this, we want to make sure that we're working face down so that our creases, and when we fold, it puts this on the inside, puts the lighthouse on the inside. All right. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half. Crease the middle. Again, I like to make sure that the crease is pretty sturdy. So you might press it a couple times. Sometimes you can pick it up and run it between your fingers. Okay. So you get that crease down the middle. And then we're going to take this on one side and we're going to fold along that crease. And I'm not always perfect with these, but I try and line it up so that it's somewhat even. Okay. And some of y'all may be a little better than me. The more even you can get it, the better it's gonna look. And then we're gonna open it back up. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing to the other side. All right, so I'm going to fold it down the middle. That's pretty close right there. That's what I'm talking about. Again, I like to kind of over crease it. All right. So then we're going to open that back up. So you can kind of see all the different creases you got going here, right? Okay, next crease that we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to fold this to make a crease running right across the middle of your X, where these two make the X. Okay, so again, if you can't see it, you can just kind of fold it briefly and crease it again, but now you can kind of see your X. And this can get a little tricky here, but you really want to try and get that crease right to where that point comes across. Okay, it's going to help you be able to fold the way we need to fold. All right, so now you can see you got that. You got your X, right, and then your line coming across. We're going to do the same thing to this side. So we've got our X. We want to get that line coming straight across. This one, because of the seal, kind of get hard to see. Here's the cool thing, man. If you mess up, you mess up, right? That's what's great about DIY stuff, man. If you mess up, it's on you. Figure it out, right? All right, I think I can see that now. Hate that seal. All right, there's the seal right there. So I'm gonna crease it at that seal, I think, first, a little bit, and then come down here. Just give it a little bit of love. I think that's close. That might have been off, but we're gonna find out. Well, okay, so I can line up these on the side. If I line up that, it might make it a little better. I think that's it. Yeah, that's where it's supposed to be. So anyway, you just want to get that lined up. Okay, and again, make sure all these creases, again, you can refold them so you can see them. And again, making sure that they all interact with each other there. Okay, so once you get your creases squared away, now what we're going to do is we are going to fold this, all right, and we're going to push these two sides in. Now I like, again, you make sure your X folds are good, okay? But when we push this in, from the sides, okay, we're gonna bring this to a point here. And you might have to play with it a little bit, all right, just to get that crease. That's a good point right there. That worked out pretty good. All right, and so again, we're pushing in the sides, okay, and we're gonna flatten them babies out, all right? And you can see these kind of line up, right? So this is kind of what it looks like, all right, to there, all right, and you can leave that loose. And then we're gonna do the same thing to the other side, all right? So we're gonna push in the sides, and fold these again just to make sure I got my creases good. Okay, we're gonna push in the sides, all right, so that these come together, and then we're gonna try and get our point here to be somewhat pointy. Come to a good crease there. That worked out pretty well. Okay, and then we just bring those together. Okay, so now you've got this. All right, see how it's kind of accordioning together, coming together, but these little flaps are in the way. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna, as this is flat, okay, we're gonna fold these up to be even with where this line of your dollar bill is, okay? where the dollar meets the dollar bill. So we're gonna fold the little flap up, all right? And you can crease that. We'll come back over to the other side. We're gonna do the same thing. All right, excellent. Now, okay, it should look like this, and it should look like this, okay? That's gonna be the top of your cap. This is gonna end up being the bottom of your cap, okay? So the next step, again, you've got these two flaps here, right, which is fine. We're gonna take these two corners and we're gonna fold that corner up to meet that line, and we're gonna crease it there, okay? So I'm gonna take it and we'll fold it up right down the middle. Just give it a little crease, doesn't have to be overly done on this one, okay? And then same thing, flip it around, do this side. Okay, so now I have my crease there, okay, and I still have these two individual pieces. All right, so you can see as you pull this apart, they start to come up. Well, we want to stick our finger in here, okay, and try and keep these down if we can. And part of that's going to be just working it on this side, all right, and causing that to kind of separate, all right. So you stick 1-2 fingers in there to kind of start to shape it and hold the outside down, okay. And you can see what that does is it starts to curve. Now, what we're gonna do is on this side, you can see there's the dollar bill from this ledge here. We're going to make a 90-degree angle here and crease that, okay? So you're gonna have a crease that comes off at a 90-degree angle, all right, there. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So I'm gonna flip it around, it's just easier for you to see. You get this angle here, and we're gonna make that a 90-degree angle, okay? And what that does is, you'll see that's gonna start to shape the bottom of the cap, all right? You can see that, okay? But that angle is gonna be big when it comes into folding all this together. And then we're gonna do the same thing to the other side, all right? So we're gonna stick fingers in here, kind of pull it up a little bit, press it out, okay? And then you're gonna wanna line these 90-degree angles up. So you made your one on the other side. Okay, I like to line it up there, just so you can kind of get it to see. So you're gonna have this line coming straight across, okay? We'll do the same thing on this side. Okay, so now you can kind of see how this is starting to take shape, right? Okay, how it's starting to look like a cap, right? And yeah. All right. So we've got this basic shape. So the next part is we need to take the other dollar bill. Okay. We had your other dollar bill. We'll put this one aside. And we're gonna fold this dollar bill into what's gonna basically be your interior frame of your cap, okay? So you're gonna take $1, all right? And again, you can use any amount you want on this, but I'm just using the 1, okay? And well, use a different one that I've already started. So you're gonna take your dollar bill face up, all right? And you're gonna fold your ends, top and bottom, down towards the middle, okay? Just like that. And once you have those, you're gonna take these and fold it across the middle, all right? so that they line up and you have a crease down the middle of your dollar bill. All right. Now you got your middle crease and these two folded. Then you're going to fold these in half so that you line up that middle crease with what's now the outer edge of your dollar bill when it's folded. Okay, so I got that. I'm going to do the same thing over here on this side. Fold it in. Okay, and then I'm going to fold these together once more to make it even thinner. Okay, and it should look like this. All right, so we're going to make this and fold this into basically the circle to be the frame of the inside of the cap. Got your Illuminati eye here. Your Illuminati eye is a great stopping point. So I'm going to basically fold these over. Okay, and I'm going to go to the eye so that I got about that much overlap. Okay, and I'm making my circle. I'm just going to press this baby together to make my inner frame. Okay. Now, when I put this in, I like to put this in so that the Illuminati eye, right, is pointing up, and it goes in like this, okay? Just so these don't move around too much because we're gonna press against it. So I'm gonna stick this down in the cap, okay? Again, I got my frame working, okay? And then I'm gonna take one side, doesn't matter which, and I'm going to start to fold that side. I'm going to hold the other side, but I'm going to fold this side in and start pressing it down against the dollar bill, okay, on the inside, the frame, okay. And you're going to have some overlap. You're going to have some angle. It's totally fine, all right. And then just work my way around. Press it in, press it in. That's nice and tight. And now you kind of have your cap, right? This looks like a little cap. Okay. So that's your cap. All right. And then we're going to show you how to do the diploma and the tassel. Okay. What I like to do is I'm going to double up on my string. And again, we're going to use $1 bill for the diploma too. But you can get this string at any hardware store, not hardware store, any craft store like a Hobby Lobby, Michael's, somewhere where you can get the embroidery type string. Usually it'll come kind of like in like something like this. This is 8 yards, and you can get whatever colors you want, right? So if you're making it for somebody that has a red and white, you know, red and white graduation, that's cool too. So we'll do red and white. So I usually use about 24 inches, okay, of string, just because I like to be able to have extra, because my hands not very dainty. So, so I'm gonna measure. I'm measuring here 24 inches, okay, of string, and then that's gonna be for the cap, the 24 inches, and then the other part is going to be for the diploma. All right, so I usually use about 6 to 7 inches for the diploma. Okay, and so I'll measure that. Again, I'm using red and white because this person I'm making this for is red and white. That's their school colors. So we'll do red and white for them. All right, so for the diploma, I do the diploma first. I like to just wrap these up, make a loop. All right, half knot so far, just so that I can stick that through there once I roll this up without any issues. Okay, especially since I'm by myself. So for this, all you're going to do for the diploma is real easy. Whatever dollar bill amount you want, you're just going to take it and start rolling it. Okay, start at the one end, fold it just a little bit. Okay, and then, man, just start rolling that thing. Now, I don't have very dainty fingers, but you're just gonna roll. All right, and get it as tight as you can get it. Okay. And then you're just going to put that through the loop. I'll hold it, pull that loop tight. Okay, got it tight, and then I like to tie it in a knot because you don't want it to come undone right away. Again, big fingers here. So the more string you have to work with, sometimes it can be the best. Sometimes it may mess you up. I don't know. For me, it's helpful. Okay, there's my diploma. And I'm gonna cut some of this off. So I usually just put my thumbs there. Okay, and I have my diploma. Okay, so the diploma's there. Now I need my tassel. Okay, and so for the tassel, again, I like to give yourself a little bit of working room with your string. Okay, and if I'm by myself, I'm going to use a clip of some sort to be able to hold my string here onto the end. Okay, so what I like to do is match all my ends up. Okay, so that I know somewhat the same. You don't have to be perfect, but so this is going to basically be my middle. Okay, I've kind of got my ends somewhat similar. This is going to be the middle, and I'm going to put this on the corner. All right, I usually use the left corner because, again, when we graduate, we turn it to the right as well, right? So, yeah. So if I go to the left side, I'm going to put this here down in this little crease. I don't have to pull it super tight, but I do want to hold it here to the end. All right, so that it can kind of stay where it needs to stay. All right, it might loop down just a little bit underneath, and that's fine. Okay, and so I'm going to pinch that there if I can. All right, I use this here to hold it. All right, and now I'm just going to make a knot here on the end to be able to get this to tighten up for us. Okay, I don't want to over tighten it because then it just kind of crimps the bills. So we don't want to do that. I want this to kind of appear nice. So again, if you can have somebody hold this for you, it's a little easier because then you don't have to tug on it, all right? But so that's about where I want to be. So just gonna make another loop. through. See if I can kind of, again, I don't want to over tighten, pull against the dollar bill, but I do want to make that a pretty secure spot. Okay. So once I have this, okay, I'm just going to make a quick loop down and around my fingers. Okay. And then I want to come over and then under and around my fingers here. So I'm still on top of my fingers, but I'm creating another loop, all right, to be able to tie this off. All right, so you can kind of see here what's going on. So I want to tie this off, so I'm just going to loop this through. All right, the top here, and then make a knot here at the top. Again, I got big fingers, so for those of you that are a little more dainty, however, you can do this a little more dainty or a little more clean, right? All right, so I've got this here, so you can see I'm making this knot here towards the top where the other knot is. Okay, and I'm just going to pull that tight. I just need one little knot there. Doesn't have to be anything major. Okay, I like making it below that knot so that it's not huge. All right, and now you see I've got this loop hanging down and this extra string. So I want to cut off this extra string here first. All right. Okay, so I got my extra string. Now I have my loop hanging down. This is going to be my tassel. So really you can make this however long you want it. You know, it's nice to have a little bit of hanging down there. All right. And just like that, you have your cap and gown. Or not cap and gown, what did I say? Cap and gown. Cap and diploma made from paper money. And we like to put them in a box and mail them. Okay. And it makes a gift. Or if we're not mailing it, we will put it in a box and take it to our graduation party. All right, so there you go. You got your hat, diploma. Again, you can make any dollar bill amount you want, any color string you want based on the colors of the graduating senior that you're giving it to, and bless them, man. So hope it helped you out. Hope you enjoyed. If it did, please leave a like and subscribe or whatever people do with that. That'd be cool too. So, all right. Donnie D out.